Hello and welcome to I'm happy to show you devlog number 2 of One Coffee at a Time. So I'm gonna mainly do these devlogs per weekly base through the main part of February or when after, mainly until I've done the bulk of this development. I'm starting getting to the point where I need to do the inventory system in here. This is gonna be a nightmare. But I'm just getting a basic layout, so I put down these placement mats. I thought they'd be a really cool way to like indicate that it's a food area, because I want to someday make this edit like this to be whatever shape you desire, and then I made it a bit more big on the side or something like that. I might cut it down one wall, because I thought I might as well put in like tables and chairs. I might do that now, because it's kind of annoying me. I feel like it's big. There we go. And all that. Yeah, that looks a bit better. I feel like that's better. I know, it annoyed me a little bit. See, we got display cameras and everything. I was thinking about takeaway points and order points. And I put the fancy like indicators down there, like these like placemats are gonna be eating points on the bench over here, and then there's gonna be chairs over here. That also means I can wrap this in a bit more as well. There's no use having, I have to go 2 up just because the way it lines up. I didn't want to actually go down that far. But I had to. There we go. I might go like that. Yeah, I might go something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do that. It actually looks really nice. And then you have like tables and maybe more kitchen space over there or something like that. Because I do want it to be functional for one person, and that's important. I mean, I guess eventually someday multiplayer could happen, but mainly I want it to be at least functional for one person. And I want to be too difficult. Oh, there you go. And the placemat can go different directions, so we got all 4 directions up here. I think it should still be here, yeah. See how we got all different directions? It's going to be made from wool at the current moment, is what we decided. I guess this is interesting to have a look at too. Not all this is going to be used in the game, but a lot of this is not Darkwood Forest, Unknown Dragons foods and all that. So I've added some stuff that's based on the finger limes or pineapple, and some of these will be accessed through this game eventually, or even from where we are now. See, this is spelled weird and Unknown Dragon, which is actually mainly named after a real life one. Coffee, and you got coffee over here. It's gonna be somewhere that I don't know yet. I could actually just chuck it in the Great Plains. That's why I put in everything. Because I feel like I guess you could check something else as well. But it's gotta be accessible. But they are meant to be like the main farmers. And I put that actually appears to be really good for the cold. Usually they like the cold boy. Then I got these ones, King Purple Beans. I don't know about what they said, like they go in the wetlands. I'll keep that for Unknown Dragon devlog, but going for most of this, the next one after this. If you're interested in a lot more food. I've gone over them before, but I've added a lot more new ones. Especially over the time I was doing that gland. Which ended up being a waste of my time. I have to say that next to Unknown Dragon devlog as well. Yeah. And we also got the coffee machine. You guys are probably like, oh my god, look at that beautiful machine. And it's all missing. And I'm just like, yada yada on about, and yes, I'll expect someone actually open the game up with these mats. They actually look really nice. And then, like, let's say someone comes over here, sits down on the chair, and orders food and whatever. You know, a part of me, I don't know if you guys are thinking that's like, oh, we gotta have social distance here, you know? And then we got this for now. Coffee grinding. Then we got mixing. I still haven't got it to individual like indicator yet. It's gonna be annoying. Or we could actually make it a sit in the container and have it's whatever's in front of me. Actually, that might work better. But it does mean more work for me in a way, doesn't it? We can still pick up the bowls. Yeah, eventually I'm gonna have to do an inventory system for this. I knew that was inevitable as soon as I thought about this game. I like how these animations didn't stop yet. I didn't realize that one was looping. So we got some cups on here. I'll show you a lot more on the coffee machine and everything like that. Yeah, actually, this will be with more mouse space. We can fit a few tables in there. I think so. Woo! Rolling. Well, I played a game demo like yesterday or the day before that actually, and it had rolling in there, and I'm like, well, there's no real particular reason to have it in this farm game, but I like it. It's one I've been watching for a little bit too. I could do a video on it as well if you want to see that. I guess people will always see it. There's very few things you can do with it. As long as it's not too far from the south. Actually, I didn't say a saying why, but there's a saying something to do with it. Boom. I'm welding here. I am just so obsessed with this welding. I really like how it's done. And how the animation is. I feel like it's proper welding. Although, because I fall over, I'm pretty sure I did a wall. After knocking my foot into a path 50 miles high. Like it basically hit half my shoe. Ceiling length of my shoe. Like half the height of my shoe. And I knew I couldn't balance it off. Oh man. I didn't hurt myself very much because I had the full gear one. Because I was biking. So I had like gloves on and everything. So I nicked myself on one of my fingers actually. Didn't even believe that that's most I did, and then my left knee was a little sore for a little bit because it got scraped up, but didn't like go up badly. If I didn't have tights on that, I would have bled. Yeah, I had the proper gear and everything. That's a bit more detail than needed. My next problem is reaching these shelves. I like the idea of these shelves because it's pretty common and seen, and then I also want to make them visible. Like you can see the objects, because why not? I'm doing all this fancy art. You gotta look at it. And then you can just put them on these mats. I want to see this. I haven't actually built this yet, but I reckon this would be really cool. I need to remember where these plates live, okay? So we even got, I can't wait to put flour up on here too. So the point of these is that you have your own style. Oh, I found my large plate, so I wanted to see. Boom. Oh, it's gone down on the inside. Now, I'll make it appear in a layer. See, it's meant to be like that. I probably should have, measure it. Nope. Bad. But it's basically meant to be like that or something. Yeah, I probably should make this one line. Didn't think about that, did I? What about if we got this placement mat here? We enable children and then we make it, frame 0. Oh, it's not too bad. Does it fit in the middle? Yeah. Just doesn't fit on the middle the other way. That's kind of annoying the hell out of me. Yeah, that's gonna look really cool. The reason why up in here these stacks are specifically the large plates is due to the fact they are the widest. Which is the reason why you see them down there. I still need to do a lot of, blunt work more than anything. Which is just basically me sitting there and, oh, okay. You don't want to be a different way, bro? No, you do you, I guess. But when I say it don't work, it's basically, I guess it's probably the right wording. Words probably mean something else, but when I say it is to just basically repeat and do a lot of work that needs to be copied and pasted. Done without much thought to it, which a lot of these stacks need to be done as. I've only done large bowls at the moment. Oh, I don't even need this. Disappear. Yeah, at the moment, all I got is saying bowls because it's coming to the point of where the inventory system's gonna come to bite me in the ass, and I don't like him. Especially since I struggle with no dragon for some reason. See if we go down here. Bowl, 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 bowl. I'm pressing F for touching the bowl. I think this way is to cause no issue. So you go F to take items rather than interact. So interact is E. And I gotta press F around here, it doesn't work, see. That actually ends up working out quite well, the animation. See how it goes away. And then you just press F to go get the items. I don't want to. I don't really want it to be too complicated so you barely remember the controls. And then E would be interacting on here. I think best way of doing this, since I got a node in here somewhere, is just kind of pinging a tray and just pressing E on it. And it gets added to the display on whatever slot's empty for now. I wouldn't mind having a little customization, but sometimes there's certain things you gotta be like, yeah, now, you know? Not yet, at the very least. Oh, he wanted to be back to where he used to be now. He wanted to be like everybody else. I think that's how it's gonna be laid out as. Oh, but then actually a lot of things would be laid out like that. I didn't figure out that, did I? Because they have to be added to the main area. Like the dot. Oh, and then you also, I guess actually that's something to remember, is that on these mats, I've got to add points for drinks and plates and bowls and everything like that. Oh, and gardening. Oh, I'll do that later. Right now, I just need to focus on getting a method of both tea and coffee working. I think is the best thing. I just need to start focusing on everything else. Eventually I'll get there, don't worry, to get something working. Now that could be lucky enough for next devlog, I don't know. But the difference between this devlog and last devlog is a lot. I don't know how much more later this one's going to be. I think Saturday is going to be the latest they come out on, hopefully. Maybe we get lucky and maybe get it on Thursday with Boom 2. I gotta not forget about that on Thursday. Oh yeah, animations on the coffee machine. I've all been waiting for this part. I've teased it, almost forgot about it. Now we're here. Okay, this thing took me a full-on modding to do. I swear this is as bad as doing entities almost. I usually do a lot of entities and it's animation after animation just keeps getting pulled out. So this is the hot water in the back, so we can put on the back down here. But I just thought doing it this way is funner to see. And this idle back down there again. This is the second idle, so it has the grind head, goop head, that's what it's called, in this part. And number 3 is, I don't remember what number 3 was. Oh. I think number 3 was something else, but now I've changed it. Oh well, it looks like there's 3 places for now. 3 idols. And this is the grinding that we're seeing. So I'm gonna make it so when you grind, after the grind's finished, when you tap it again, it goes to here. And then whatever you need, there's a cup of water. And that's gonna be annoying. Because it's both cups and mugs. So we got coffee coming out, chips coming out. I really like how that looks. Beautiful. Then we go for the mugs, and you really can't see much with the mugs just because, well, they're hiding. And then got 2 cups here. I'm not gonna worry about, you know, details of where you go to change the group head for, or yeah, no, what's called. I changed the Discord group head for like different types of, like, is it 1 shot or 2 shot type of thing. Like you need 2 shots for 2 cups or something. I'm not gonna worry about that too much. And then we've got the hot water here, so anything like your, I think long blacks, I think specifically, I don't know if Mr. Short blacks do have it or not. I do know how to somewhat make coffees, but I'm not an expert. And you can also use this as a way to do tea as well, since this is just pure hot water that comes out of this machine, and don't bloody touch it. I've got it splashed on me before, probably, I wouldn't be surprised. Actually, it has splashed on me. It's even splashed everywhere when you have it spit it out because there's no water and hardly no water left in it. I really like how that turns out. I really like doing that liquid stuff. I feel like it's just really cool to it's like very simple, but it also somehow takes up more frames than it does movement of like entities, and it always amazes me every time. I was like, whoa, really? And there's the milk. Maybe later I did say this, or maybe no, I said this in a stream or something like that. Have like a little stain coming off this at the end of this. Did we later add in or something like that? I actually want to add like a little stain too, as a universal entity type thing, rather than just adding it to one thing. I think that would be the best way, course of action, because then it saves me a lot of work. I know it's called coffee machine pump, but we got all the animations in there. And then the mixing bowl, it's pretty simple. What I plan to do there is whatever duration it's needed, or you could just like, I guess you could just mix it once. I mean, if I do end up doing that, I could make it clever enough to where I could tell whatever duration it needs to be mixes up and everything. Or I guess you could do something like cookies, where you can mix the dough up first, which you can put the goodies in and mix up all together like that. But usually I find it to be mix up the dough first and then put your goodies in there. Usually that tends to be more effective, rather than put it at the same time you do flour and chopped chips. But at the same time, you have to have different stages of mixing there. I do want to add cookies and biscuits, man. I guess it'd be a coffee machine, a coffee place / bakery, more or less, is what we're going for first. Or coffee place stepping onto the grounds, or possible bakery. But I do want to add like bread making in there. I guess we have to add in a display for the bread. Oh god, now I'm thinking too far out of the box. Things are getting done, but in what order is not the best design, you know? I really like how these shelves look. They look really nice. I don't know what you guys think about the shelves or not, but there we go. This is not a world item yet, because I realized, oh yeah, you only half did this so you get the colours. And I do have to manually adjust everything on there. But I'm pretty sure we need a stovetop of some kind, I would assume. Or not, I don't know. I have to think about what to do with like a microwave or kettle or fridge. I was thinking, oh, I need a fridge or something like that. I wouldn't say it's out of the realm of possibility. It's just that these guys are meant to be both modern and not modern at the same time. At the same time, they could be more modern than us. At the same time, they can't. Because a lot of the appliances are limited, but not that limited, you know. Reason why I went for the coffee machine, because to me, yeah, they probably will apologize that. As like, yeah, we can do that. Because they might find the idea of, you know, I don't know. I was watching a video where, I guess some laser streamers put up clothes on the clothesline. That is one part that is very common, especially up in, I guess, yeah, Queensland and northern or New South Wales up in, no, actually New South Wales all over, because I'm pretty sure this is super cold. Even where my parents are going from, putting clothes on clothesline would be a common thing. And her mum did it, and she really likes the spinning clotheslines. Is one of her is her favourite clothesline and more. I would have thought that was invincible, so I think I'm more of it there. But that thing is actually pretty OP when you get the spinning one instead of just having a standard one. It does make a big difference. Usually you can put more on that than you can standing. But with these guys, they use the wash box instead of using the washing machine, which is what we use the washing machine as well, and all that. And then these guys hang clothes in the clothesline, like you do in Australia, but instead these ones are more standing. Don't know if they have to be bigger or smaller than what they are, but I do feel like, do I really want to draw like underwear and clothes too much or not is the question. And then on different days they probably got different things in them as well. But if I want to make that more in depth, I have to have like code that says that memorizes what goes on these clotheslines as well. Wouldn't hurt. That actually might not be a bad idea. But in positions, I just still really like the water cans. You know, this plan I had from the beginning as well is I wouldn't mind actually putting plants in here, because there's some kitchens that have plants that you can, like, for example, the Bushman, I can easily have that inside at the cafe, let's say, and then you can take small little bits of the Bushman. You can have baby Bushman. Bushman doesn't have to be big dog. Even if you did the big pot somewhere, like, there would be a balance between nice decorations and not. For all them. I think that'd be it for this devlog. Don't forget to like and subscribe to see more of devlogs for this game and for Unknown Dragon, which I have to do today as well. Yeah, hopefully we get my biggest problem I think with this game is gonna be the inventory system. If I'm truly being honest, I think that'd be the hardest point. I can probably do everything else, but I never got the inventory system probably working for Unknown Dragon. But I guess you gotta wangle that probably crocodile down to the ground, don't you? There you go. That makes me sound Australian. Gotta wangle that bastard to the ground. I mean, it's something with first wall I've ever hit, but hey, sometimes you gotta keep bashing down the wall to eventually break it. Sometimes distraction is the key. So don't forget to like and subscribe on this one. Turn on notifications so you catch it live if you catch the, not really live, I guess I do live as well, but you can catch the latest of this one, whatever you design, if that's what you decide to do. Like, I get it if you don't, but hey. So thanks for watching, have a nice day, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.